Hi, and welcome to the Seeing Stars show. I'm Tom Swift. In today's episode, we'll be taking you back in time for a trip to our archives where we have a special interview with Mr. Nicolas Copernicus. Welcome to Seeing Stars Live with your host, Snuffleupagus. Today we are pleased to present a very controversial man, Mr. Nicolas Copernicus. Thank you for being on our show today, Mr. Copernicus.
It's a pleasure to be here, Mr. Snuffleupagus.
So, it's been brought to my knowledge that you have, over many years of observation, brought up a new theory about the solar system. Please go into more detail about this.
Of course. The stars, the Earth, and the other planets all revolve around the sun, and thus I call it the heliocentric model.
What made you come to these conclusions?
Well, after studying the stars every night for 25 years, I've decided that the geocentric model, or the Earth-centered model, doesn't accurately portray the movements of all the celestial bodies.
Before you go on, would you give us a little more in-depth detail about the geocentric model?
Oh, of course. The geocentric model has been in place since Aristotle's time. It is the current belief, and it includes the Earth being in the center of the solar system, and how the sun and the other planets all revolve around it. It also shows that planets periodically stop and rewind, or go backwards through their orbit, and then continue on their way, which to me does not show what actually goes on.
What caused you to wait until now to publish your observations?
I feared many scholars, and the church of course, would reject my theory because it contradicts religious views of today's world, and I guess, to be frank, feared persecution, and I guess now I wish that I had come out earlier.
For obvious reasons. Cardinal Crunch, do you agree with his ideas?
No, they're absolutely ridiculous. The church's interpretation of the Bible clearly states that the Earth is in the center of the solar system. If God loves us, and He does, He would have placed us in the center of His creations.
If God loves us so much, why did He put you here?
No, that's it.
Guys! We'll be back after a commercial break from our sponsors.
No! A new message from God! A new message from God! Oh, hi there. We are now selling new Bibles because God has said that all must possess a Bible and honor it every day. So we are selling them. These are full-length, authentic, leather-bound, and printed by the Gutenberg printing press. You need one. If it's giving it as a gift, which they are perfect for, or wanting to replace your old one. We are selling these for only 3 payments in $19.99. Plus, if you order now, you get this one and another one free. Plus, you get an anti-Copernicus sticker. But you have to call now. Operators are waiting, and if you call in the next 20 minutes, we will double your offer, give you and 2 anti-Copernicus stickers.
Welcome back to our interview with Mr. Nicolas Copernicus. Before our dramatic incident between yourself and Cardinal Crunch over here, I believe we were talking about your heliocentric model. Care to go into any more detail about this?
Of course. The sun, being at the center of the solar system, is circled by the 6 planets, Earth included. The stars revolve just outside of Saturn, which is the last planet's orbit. The stars and planets travel at a constant velocity and never change direction as they do in the geocentric model.
Interesting.
Then why do we see the stars moving in the sky?
That would be because the Earth rotates on an axis, much like a top. Consider it demonstrated. In 24 hours, the Earth makes a full rotation, creating what we know as day and night.
Interesting. You don't look so hot, by the way. I understand you published your observations in your book titled De Revolutionibus Orbium Celestium. I heard it made the New York Times bestseller list.
No, it did not.
My Bible did.
Shut up. Back to the subject.
The only reason I did publish it is because my friend, Redicus, convinced me to.
Is it really true that you think the universe is infinitely large? Because that's impossible.
My theory implies that the universe would have to be larger than it is in the geocentric model, not that it's infinite.
Would you like to respond to this?
It's bullshit.
And that's all we have time for today, folks. Thank you for watching today's episode of Seeing Stars with your host, Snuffleupagus. Care to join tomorrow with Kepler for another exciting edition. And we're back. That was pretty wicked. Like Nicholas with the chair? Yeah. And now joining us is a specialist on Nicolas Copernicus, Turd Ferguson. Welcome.
Thank you, Swifty. Pleasure to be here.
Anytime, Turd. What influence did Copernicus and his theories have on the world and America in general?
His heliocentric model, first of all, is the current theory. It has been proven to be factual, and the church has actually accepted it as its own theory. But it's taught in American schools, and he was actually the first person to actually question the church.
Interesting. Was that really important that he questioned the church about something as small and insignificant as the center of the universe?
It isn't as much that he disagreed with the placement of the celestial bodies, but that he actually stood up and questioned a major authority, the church. This led to the Enlightenment, in which where the people would actually start to think for themselves.
Interesting. Anything else worthy of seeing stars?
Well, I'd just like to add that his dedication to science and his own personal knowledge is a life lesson to us all. Everyone should be more like Copernicus. But if you don't mind, it's really hot in this suit, and I'd like to be excused.
Okay then, that's all for us, folks. Tune in next time for more factual history. I'm Tom Swift, and I'm out of here.
Do you feel disgustingly skinny, wimpy, or embarrassingly weak?
Uh-huh.
Do the people at work ask the secretary to replace the Culligan water bottle instead of you?
Yeah?
Well, you don't have to remain in that pathetic state any longer. Introducing InstaStrong, a once-a-day steroid guaranteed to give you the body you've always dreamed of. Just look at the results.
It's all in the pill.